Most people think of intimacy in seniors as a taboo subject. But what if I told you that a regular, healthy sex life after 60 could actually help you live longer? It might sound surprising, even controversial, but medical science is catching up to what some cultures have believed for centuries. Physical affection, emotional connection, and sexual activity play a crucial role in healthy aging. As a doctor who works extensively with seniors, I've seen firsthand how weekly intimacy boosts quality of life, improves emotional health, and even has measurable impacts on the body's biological aging process. Let's start with the data. Several long-term studies have shown that sexual activity among seniors is not only safe, but beneficial. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that men who had sex at least twice a week were 50% less likely to die from cardiovascular disease over a 10-year period. Another study from the Journal of Gerontology reported that older women who maintained regular intimacy had better memory, mood, and cognitive scores. Researchers at Wilkes University in Pennsylvania discovered that those with weekly sexual activity had stronger immune systems, producing more immunoglobulin A, a key antibody that defends against infections. But how does this happen? The answer lies in how the body responds hormonally and neurologically to intimacy, regardless of age. Here's what happens inside your body when you're sexually active, even in your 60S, 70S, or 80S. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released, lowering blood pressure and reducing stress. Endorphins increase, improving mood and reducing chronic pain. Testosterone and estrogen levels are stabilized, supporting muscle mass, libido, and energy. DHEA, a hormone linked to immune function and brain health, increases temporarily. These shifts are significant. They're not just about pleasure, they're protective, especially in the aging body where hormone levels naturally decline. One common concern I hear is, isn't it risky to stay sexually active after 60, especially with heart problems or medications? The truth is, for the majority of seniors in reasonable health, moderate, non-strenuous sexual activity is completely safe, and in many cases, recommended. In fact, the heart experiences similar exertion to climbing to flights of stairs during sex, a level of activity most seniors are cleared for. Of course, individual medical conditions should be considered, but overall, the benefits outweigh the risks. So what does all this mean for seniors today? It means that intimacy is not just about romance or desire, it's a tool for longevity. It's a habit, like walking or eating healthy, that can extend your life and improve how you feel day to day. In the next part, we'll explore how regular intimacy boosts brain function, emotional resilience, and even sleep quality, all major factors in long-term wellness. While many people view sex as a purely physical activity, its effects on the brain and emotional health are some of the most underappreciated, especially in older adults. Let's dive into how a regular sex life after 60 helps support mental clarity, emotional resilience, and restorative sleep, 3 pillars of longevity. Every time you engage in intimate touch, whether that's intercourse, cuddling, or kissing, your brain lights up. During and after sexual activity, the brain releases dopamine, improves focus and motivation. Serotonin stabilizes mood and reduces anxiety. Oxytocin deepens connection, reduces fear and social anxiety. Endorphins act like natural painkillers and antidepressants. These chemical changes mirror what antidepressants try to do, but naturally and without side effects. For seniors who often battle loneliness, depression, or cognitive fog, this brain bath of neurotransmitters can make a huge difference. Seniors often suffer from fragmented sleep, insomnia, or early waking, all of which accelerate biological aging. Studies have shown that sexual activity improves sleep onset latency. You fall asleep faster, increases deep, slow-wave sleep, the stage where your body and brain repair, stabilizes circadian rhythm, especially when intimacy happens at consistent times. How? Oxytocin and prolactin, both released post-orgasm, promote relaxation and calm the nervous system. Combine that with reduced cortisol, stress hormone, and your body shifts into recovery mode, faster and longer. A well-rested senior is sharper, more mobile, and less likely to suffer from chronic inflammation, one of the root causes of age-related disease. One of the most powerful, but often overlooked, effects of physical intimacy is its ability to fight social isolation, a known risk factor for Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, depression, frailty. Touch is biologically nourishing. Weekly sexual activity, or even affectionate touch, signals to the brain that you are safe, connected, and valued, all essential for emotional regulation and cognitive protection. A landmark study from Coventry University found that older adults who had regular sexual activity performed better on memory and word recall tasks than those who were abstinent. For married or long-term couples, maintaining physical intimacy deepens emotional bonding, reinforces trust, and reduces arguments or emotional distance. Many seniors feel embarrassed to talk about declining libido or changes in performance, but when addressed openly and compassionately, these changes can actually bring couples closer, fostering a more emotionally intelligent and resilient relationship. Intimacy becomes less about performance and more about presence, touch, connection, and comfort. Start with affectionate touch. Many older couples find that non-sexual intimacy, like hand-holding, cuddling, or massages, rekindles deeper intimacy over time. Even if intercourse isn't possible due to medical issues, the emotional and physical benefits of closeness remain intact. You might be surprised to learn that weekly sexual activity in seniors does more than just improve mood and sleep. It also brings about powerful physical benefits that directly influence how long and how well you live. In this section, let's explore how intimacy protects your heart, boosts your immune system, improves circulation, and may even slow down the cellular aging process. Contrary to old myths, sex is not dangerous for your heart. In fact, it's one of the best exercises seniors can do for cardiovascular health. Here's why. Sexual activity is a light aerobic activity, raising your heart rate moderately and improving circulation. It helps lower blood pressure, especially after orgasm, due to oxytocin and nitric oxide release. Regular intimacy has been linked to reduced risk of heart attacks and strokes in older men and women. A 10-year study in the American Journal of Cardiology found that men who had sex at least once per week had a 45% lower risk of developing heart disease compared to those who were inactive. For women, estrogen stimulation from intimacy can protect arteries and support HDL, good cholesterol levels, offering protective benefits against vascular aging. A healthy sex life doesn't just make you feel better. It literally helps you fight off disease. During and after sexual activity, the body increases production of immunoglobulin IgA, your first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. White blood cells, especially natural killer NK cells that destroy infected or cancerous cells. Anti-inflammatory cytokines, which keep immune function sharp and balanced. This immune boost is especially important for seniors, whose immune systems naturally decline with age. Even more impressively, research from Wilkes University showed that people who had sex once or twice a week had 30% higher IgA levels than those who didn't, a major defense against respiratory infections like colds and flu. Here's where things get really exciting. Sexual activity may influence the rate at which you age, at a cellular level. How? When you experience intimacy, your body reduces chronic stress, which is one of the biggest accelerators of cellular aging. Lower stress equals lower cortisol. Lower cortisol equals less damage to telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA. Studies suggest that people with regular physical affection and a strong emotional bond may have longer telomeres, which are associated with slower aging, better brain function, and reduced risk of chronic disease. Think of weekly intimacy as a natural anti-aging therapy, working from the inside out. Sexual activity also stimulates blood flow to muscles, improves flexibility in hips and lower back, helps maintain pelvic floor strength, important for bladder control and stability, encourages light calorie burn, about 100–150 calories per session. It's not just about staying active, it's about staying functional. For seniors, retaining flexibility and muscle tone means fewer falls, more independence, and better overall mobility. I always tell my senior patients, if you're cleared for light exercise, you're likely cleared for intimacy too. And the benefits go beyond what a pill can offer. In our final section, we'll break down how to safely maintain a healthy sex life after 60, covering emotional tips, physical strategies, and medical considerations that ensure it stays enjoyable and beneficial. By now, we've explored how weekly sexual activity in seniors can enhance mental health, physical vitality, and even extend lifespan. But how do you maintain a safe, satisfying, and sustainable sex life in your 60s, 70s, and beyond? Here's a doctor-approved guide to navigating intimacy in the golden years, so you can enjoy its benefits with confidence and joy. Many seniors hesitate to talk to their doctors about sexual health, thinking it's no longer relevant. But the truth is, your physician can offer critical guidance, especially if you take blood pressure or heart medications, have diabetes, arthritis, or prostate issues, experience vaginal dryness or erectile dysfunction, have had a stroke, heart attack, or surgery. A simple conversation can rule out risks and even introduce treatment options or therapy to improve performance and comfort. Don't suffer in silence. Medicine has come a long way. Aging brings real physical changes, but they don't have to be barriers. For men, decreased testosterone, delayed erection, or softer erections. For women, thinning vaginal tissue, dryness, or reduced libido. Solutions include vaginal moisturizers or estrogen creams, testosterone therapy, if medically appropriate, pelvic floor exercises for both men and women, healthy fats and circulation-boosting foods, like beets, garlic, and omega-3s. Sometimes, simply changing position, pacing, or timing can make a big difference. Seniors often feel pressure to perform the way they did in their 20s, which only creates anxiety and disconnect. Instead, focus on connection, touch, and pleasure rather than performance. Consider non-penetrative intimacy, cuddling, sensual massage, shared baths. Use communication to deepen trust and emotional safety. Remember, sexuality is not defined by intercourse, it's defined by intimacy, connection, and feeling desired. Many seniors are caregivers, busy grandparents, or dealing with health routines, so sex often becomes an afterthought. But making intimacy a regular and intentional part of your life can keep the fire alive. Plan quiet, distraction-free time together. Use soft lighting, music, aromatherapy. Focus on small moments of closeness throughout the day. Small gestures, a hand on the back, a gentle kiss, holding hands, build a foundation for deeper connection later. If you're dating again or in a new relationship, always have open conversations about sexual history and safety. Use protection. Even in older age, STIs don't discriminate. Build emotional trust before physical intimacy. If you're in a long-term relationship, make time to talk about changes in libido or comfort without shame. Be patient, especially if you or your partner has medical concerns. Sex is not just for the young, it's for the living, and staying sexually active is one of the best ways to stay alive, in every sense of the word. You don't need to have sex every day to live longer, but you do need connection, affection, and physical closeness on a regular basis. So whether it's once a week, once a month, or simply small daily moments of intimacy, nurture it. Your body, brain, and heart will thank you. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more science-based advice on living your best life after 60. Together, we can change the way the world thinks about aging.